ladies. How y'all doing?
Good. How about you?
I am doing good. And it looks like we have an awesome crowd out there with us today. And we want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here with us today. And as you know, heck, it's just us three ladies here, and pretty much everything that happens is unscripted, just so you know.
Yep.
But definitely welcome to the Chatterbox over there. It's really nice to have you here with us tonight. And as usual, you know that on Let's Talk About It Live, this is where you'll find us three ladies diving in to discuss and debate and explore different topics. And do we have a topic for you guys tonight? And tonight we're going to talk about exes, because really we all have them. We really do. And that doesn't always mean, you know, an ex as a spouse. That deals in relationships in general through our life. So we're here just to discuss about it, hopefully have a few laughs, and to make this all positive. So and always remember, as we the creators and producers of Let's Talk About It Live, that we always want to challenge you while in the chat and as you leave this chat to lift others by spreading kindness. And with that, I'm Theresa with Meant to Be RVing. And to my
BB with Beyond Beauty 3. And that is.
And I'm Nette with MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless. Yeah.
Welcome everyone in the chat real quick. We have Brianna. We have RV Traveling MIA Researcher. We have Van Life with Gina. We have R Destinations. And we'll just scroll. Why does it always do that to me? We have Nursing Our Travel Bug, Raleigh Creative Travel, Lynn the Okie, Shanna Craft, Whoa Nelly RV Adventures, Daydream About Nice Things, Griswold Family Vacay, Tommy's Travels, and I think that's it for now. Oh, Nursing Our Travel Bug.
I see Brianna, Elizabeth.
All right. That's awesome. All right. And joining us tonight, we have Rhonda with R Deztinations. So,
welcome up, Rhonda.
Yeah, let's bring up Rhonda. And everybody knows Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hello.
How are you doing, Rhonda?
I'm doing good.
Good. That's
awesome.
All right. Well,
I think it's Wednesday. That's always good. You know?
Yeah. Hump day. Hump
day.
Awesome. Well, that's cool.
All right, I'm going to start the conversation.
Go ahead.
Worst gift you've ever been given by someone in your life?
Did it end a relationship?
Oh.
It could have. It could have ended a relationship.
Worst gift.
Worst gift. The worst?
I'll start with mine. For my 10-year anniversary gift, I was given a Barbie and a frying pan. Frying pan to make pancakes.
What is Barbie supposed to do with the frying pan?
Man, it looks like Mel's head itches back there a little. I don't know what I was supposed to make pancakes. I was supposed to make pancakes with the frying pan.
What was Barbie supposed to do?
It was what my daughter had picked out. So Barbie was all right. The frying pan could have been used for a multitude of things besides pancakes.
Yeah,
right.
Well, the Barbie from daughter makes sense because that's not Barbie. So that's an awesome gift when you goes there. Yes, definitely.
So no one else got weird gifts? I'm the only one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird gift, I would have to think about it. I could say there wasn't very many gifts in my past relationship, so not so much weird, but not so much there. So
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
given gifts. That was my gift.
yeah. Mhm.
And I think in ours, it's not as we're not as much as gift givers as much as doing things together. And that's my thing, even with my kids.
Yeah.
It's I don't want gifts. I want time, to go do things together. But we're
I like
yeah, that would definitely.
Normally it's like an appliance.
Yeah,
Right.
A lot of times we don't want an appliance as a
No.
gift.
I like getting appliances.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether you're the husband, the girlfriend, yeah, no appliances, nothing that says work.
Queen Mother. Now I'll never sleep, says KNR. It looks like it's breathing. I don't know.
What is he scared of? Is he scared of what's behind me?
Yeah,
Know
I
what he's talking about?
guess it itched its head and scared him.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Does it move? Does it move back there?
I
Does
know.
it move? Does it suddenly move and stuff? It's kind of creepy.
Is it moving?
I
I
didn't
think
see no
it's
movement.
moving. Is it moving back there?
Not right now. So, Rally Creative Travel says Griswold still gets Barbies often.
Oh,
I just see something there.
okay, it's waving now.
It's waving.
Oh my goodness.
Griswold Family Vacay said he loves Beach Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Rayleigh Creative's comment just below that about the shirt?
I will say what Rhonda needs is another shirt. If anyone wants to gift her this, kind of got sick of seeing the Ohio State shirt. Oh.
I got a Clifton Tiger shirt to give her.
Oh, KNR. He's like, he's screaming.
Oh my goodness. So does anybody have a good story or relationship story to share? Or, exes, we all have them, whether they're spouses or friendships that have gone wrong.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
the
I have
friendship hurt.
I have a funny one as far as my best friend. She's not an ex, but she's a best friend. And I needed her to help me lace up my dress because it had a corset. Well, it was like corset in the back, with where she needed to tighten it. Well, apparently she never had to tie shoes. She didn't know how to lace
Oh,
because she always had slip-on shoes. So I was totally stressed out because it was supposed to be like this, but it was like this. And I'm like, what are you doing? You don't know how to lace my dress? It was a nightmare. So I had to teach her, make sure she got it right. And I was so nervous that she wasn't going to be able to do it on my wedding day. But thank God she did. So
Well, Kyle had an ex that set his car on fire. Because down here, to clarify, Kyle had an ex that set his car on fire.
Now that's a
crazy.
ex.
That's cray-cray. No.
Lynn said about Lynn has one that her mama got a tractor as a gift.
Wow. That's awesome.
Lynn, does mama drive a
wow, that was a good gift.
Wow. Well, wait a minute. That one puts you to work too.
Yeah.
Shanna said a gun. I wanted an appliance, a dryer.
He might have regretted that. Dryer.
I think the friendships that don't work out hurt worse than relationships sometimes. Because I think you put your heart and soul into friendships,
Yeah.
and
Oh no!
it's moving.
Oh my
What
goodness,
in the world?
Mary. I thought you were getting attacked. It was like
Well,
that.
it moved.
Things that nightmares are made of.
Did that
On that with gifts. How many of you let people know what you like as a gift, maybe? You know, if we got bad gifts or appliances that we didn't want, do we expect that person to know what it is that we want, that they read our minds and know what we want when we get the gift and dislike the gift? Or do we give hints or disclose what it is we like prior to like anniversaries or birthdays and Christmas? How do y'all feel? Whoa, whatever it was just drug Nettie out of here.
It
Oh,
looked
no,
like
Nettie.
lightning. It flashed and she was gone that time.
No, oh my goodness. I think she was worried about her internet there for a minute, but oh wow. Woo,
Oh, she's back.
good.
Well, there's a
Maybe,
white box. She'll be back in a minute.
yeah.
Here she is. I'm bringing you up.
Whoa.
There's lightning
There
around,
he is.
a flash, and then gone.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
dear.
I received a rake once for my birthday from an ex. Needless to say, I wasn't around for my next birthday.
A rake. Good thing it wasn't a shovel.
I wasn't around for many more years after the frying pan. Might have had a dent or two in it. No, I'm just kidding.
So, and I see,
I think she's frozen. I'm gonna drop her.
Either
well,
that or very deep thought.
well, Nellie said that, Lucy, that she always asks a person what gift they want. Go.
I always just accepted whatever was given to me. I never really complained. I used it.
Yes.
I was grateful for getting anything.
There you go. There you go. Yes.
That's a good attitude.
Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do with relationships and healthy relationships and having a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. They didn't turn out good.
A good gift that I got wasn't even for me. It was for my daughter. And that's how Bulldog hook, line, and sinkered me. Was my daughter was having nightmares, and he heard about it. And the next thing I know, I got a dream catcher in her favorite colors in the mail so that it could catch her bad dreams.
Oh, nice.
So, like, the best gift was a gift that wasn't even for me. It was for my daughter, and it was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Well, and I think all of us up here have had exes and stuff. So with that, and I think people in the panel, like I said, it's not just having to do with an ex relationship as far as a spouse. That can deal with as friendships as well. And a lot of it is, and how do you handle that, and how does it affect you? You know, like Vivi said, you put, like with friendships, a lot of your all into them sometimes.
Yeah.
And stuff. But
I know. You know what I feel is kind of sad when it comes to a relationship with a friend is you don't really know how good that relationship is until you have a crisis. You know what I mean? If they're actually going to be there during that crisis. I happened to see a pretty bad situation during a funeral. And that's just, it shouldn't be like that because you really need the people by your side during that, you know, and it tends to happen that way though. That's who you really see who your friends are, who you need to have in your life, you know?
And that's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friendship from the 3rd grade all the way up throughout my whole marriage. And we were best friends since we were little kids. I remember the first time I met her, I like saved a desk. She was the new student, and I was like, the new student's going to be my friend.
Yeah.
Desk for her. And we became instant friends. But through my divorce, she had married like my ex's relative, and so it was like, you know, but I thought our friendship being that long of a friendship would survive anything. There was no way that it wouldn't survive, and it didn't. And I think that broke me more than my marriage breaking down was the fact that this friend that knew everything there was to know about me could just disappear from my life and that be okay. You know, and that I think that's what I mean when I say like friendships breaking hurt, I think sometimes worse because your friends, you tell all your secrets to. You know, like your significant other, you might hide a few things here or there because you talk your girly talk with your man. You know what I mean? I think it hurts a little more with the friends.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Hippie said friends are the best family.
I agree.
Yeah. Exactly.
I lost most of my friends when we moved away from the house when I was in high school. I lost almost all my friends then. I haven't really had any friends until just now on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we love you, Rhonda.
Yay!
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a friendship that turns into a relationship can be rough because it goes bad, you lose both.
Yeah.
That is very true.
And that is true. Yeah.
And that's actually what happened with me and Mel. He was my friend before he became my husband. You know, we knew each other's exes, but for some reason, you know, it was just meant for us to be. And we were actually crossing paths before we even knew that we were supposed to be married. Like my dad, his dad knew my mom in Georgia before we were even a couple.
Oh, wow.
That was crazy, you know? So, yeah.
Angela, I'm amazed. I'm still friends with my best friend. We met when we were 4.
Aw, how sweet.
Yeah.
And
That
then
is
we
awesome.
somebody else asked how old Lynn the Okie asked how old Rhonda is.
Oh, what? You don't answer that for a woman.
I'm just talking about the chatterbox over here.
Okay.
28.
Yeah, 28.
Rhonda.
No.
Gina says, we do love you, R Destinations.
I love
Yes,
you
we
too.
We do. And I would think that, like Rhonda, like with your situation, all too, and probably all of them, I think communication is probably the biggest thing. Could be lack of communication.
Yeah.
Crack of and alcohol.
21.
Crack of and alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I said, and then each of us have exes as far as relationships as marriages too, is what would we say could have been like key factors in that, or could in those type of relationships, or
I
why did you
feel
went south, or
I feel with mine, they actually made me who I am today. You know what I mean? If I didn't go through that, then
yeah,
I don't think I would be who I am. And I hate that it was half my life because I was married twice, 13 years the first time.
yeah,
Second, 10 years, but not married. I was married 2 out of the 10. So that's 23 years from
yeah,
2 other relationships, but it definitely made me who I am, and it makes you appreciate who you have, and
yeah.
I really feel like if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be where I am today because it brought me to Texas to meet my current husband,
Yep.
so there's a reason for everything, and I truly feel that, and I love who I am today, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah. And what one relationship, what piece of advice could you give to someone with going through like what you've been through, that might make this one the successful one compared to other relationships?
It's definitely communication,
Yes.
because if you don't communicate, nobody on either side is knowing knows what you're going through. You have to have the communication, regardless if you feel it may hurt the person. If you're hurting, they're not going to know, and vice versa. You got to have the communication, and that's what Mal told me from day one, that we're not mind readers. We don't know what's going on with the other person. And that was hard because I used to hold everything in, and I had to learn to voice
Express
it.
yourself.
Yeah. So now I'm all voice, and I kind of like, wow, you created this.
You created it, right? Yeah.
I have to agree with everything she said.
Definitely.
I went through, I'm going to admit this, I was called the runaway bride.
Yeah.
I had been engaged quite a few times, and days before weddings, I would be like, nope, ain't happening. And then out I go. And then I got married. I was married for 15 years. And then I am not married anymore, but I'm in a very good relationship now. And I think every one of those situations I went through led to who I am now. It taught me everything I need to know for now, because my relationship now, he's a big guy. He's got a big attitude. He likes himself a lot. He's very confident, so I had to be able to talk to him a little bit differently than I used to act, like before I had no patience left for my ex. I had no patience left. I didn't care if I yelled at him. I didn't care if I hurt his feelings. But going into my next relationship, I knew I didn't want any yelling in the house. I wanted to be able to talk. I wanted to be able to express myself. I wanted him to express himself. So now the way my relationship is, even if we get angry, we take a minute, we step back, we calm down, then we come back together and we talk. I wouldn't have had that relationship at all if I didn't go through all those other relationships that led up to this one. So I couldn't be more thankful for everything I've been through.
Yeah,
it was still going through it. But
right. Yeah, it sucks that you had to go through it, but there was a reason for it, And then I had to learn that this relationship isn't the past relationship, because you got your guard up from being hurt, and you just have to realize that they're not the same person. So that took a little bit, because I wasn't used to somebody being there so much, loving me so much. I was waiting for something to happen.
And I think in that, the most important thing, and listening to you, and I think what y'all learned from that too, is not so much even the loving that person, or persons in your past and stuff. I think it's more and simply just allowing yourself to accept you and love you first.
Exactly.
Find the beauty in your reflection before you can really take in and appreciate the relationship that you're in with somebody else.
And then you got to remember who you were, because I lost me.
Yes.
I was something totally different. I wasn't me in those relationships, and me had to come back. And it took a while for me to come back. But Mel helped me with that.
Yeah. You build walls when you go
Oh,
through
yeah.
negativity and bad relationships. I think Rhonda, she's shaking her head yes.
Yeah.
Rhonda's kind of going through some of that kind of stuff now. Kind of where we've been in our past, she's experiencing today.
Well,
And
I've been split with my husband. I left him in 2016, got the divorce in 2018, and still, as of yesterday, I'm still getting messages through Facebook and stalking me, and yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
I had dog poo put on my driveway. I had concrete blocks put behind my tires. To this day, I still get telemarketing phone calls for like, oh, you've won blah, 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 blah for my ex's dad.
Right.
Like, he thinks that's funny. So, like, I still get that stuff because some people are just not okay. They can't move on. But I talk to all of my exes, to be honest. All of them except for the one. And I have okay relationships with all of them, you know, because I'm thankful for them. I'm even thankful for the butthead one. I am thankful for him because he taught me a lot. A lot of what I don't want, you know. And we knew each other for so long. So there's always going to be some kind of love there, you know.
And I see, you see RV Traveling MIA researchers comment on there.
I tried mine on for size for 8 years before we actually got married. I always told myself I was only going to get married once and it was going to be forever. 19 years later, it has only gotten 10 better.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
I've only been married the one time, but my dad, even at my wedding, my final wedding, he had a truck parked facing away with the keys in it. And as he was walking me down the aisle, he said, "Baby girl, the keys are in the truck. All you gotta do is hop in and go."
That's funny.
And I think, and a lot of girls, how we're raised, I'm going back to where RV Traveling MIA said about one time being married once. And, you know, girls, young girls, being raised, have always been raised for that, thinking of the, what do you call it, the shining armor, the guy going to slip away and all this stuff. Well, that's
where the horse comes into play. We wanted the white horse.
They're bad news. La, la, la.
I know.
Did y'all hear that? I had a neigh over here.
Right.
I think you're right, though. Like, my daughter's 14. And in her eyes, a boy is everything. Everything. And I remember, like, I grew up a tomboy. I played with all the boys. All the boys wanted to date me. I just wanted to play with them, like play football, ride bikes, you know. Then I hit my teenage years, and I was like, "Oh, hi, boy." You know? And my daughter's doing the same
with
thing.
Me now.
My daughter's doing the same thing, though. I think that you picture them kind of sweeping you off your feet.
Yeah.
The movies portray that so much. And then you get in those relationships when you're young, and you think, oh, this would be great to look back on and be like, oh, I was with this person my whole life. It doesn't work out that way. Like maybe 10% of the time it works.
Yeah. And that's probably that portion. We forgot that there's part that kind of got to listen. I got to listen to what they say. I mean, we got to communicate now.
Like, no. You have to listen.
Their needs are too. I mean, you know, because they're, I guess, relationships, because they do work both way.
Yeah.
Daydream About Nice Things says, I went through my parents' divorce when I was 12, and I had to try to explain it to my 3-year younger sister. I said I would never do that to my kids. I plan to marry for life. 32 years and
Oh.
going.
That is awesome.
That's awesome, Gary. Mm-hmm.
And that comes, I think, from hard work, listening,
Yeah.
communication,
Yeah.
being kind. I always like to say it's not how well you get along when everything's going good, but most relationships, no matter what kind they are, is how well you handle things when they're at their worst.
Yeah.
How do you handle the hard times and stuff?
And I think that's got to come from both sides. And a lot of the time, one side's working so hard to save it, while the other side's already 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
And then,
Now, sometimes it's hard when family's involved. Sometimes you don't have good family in the relationship, and not, it could be the spouse or it could be your family, if they're in that relationship and giving you negativity too, sometimes that's hard to get through. Yeah. I've seen that with some friends of mine.
Yeah. And that makes it even harder. They are family and you want family to be family and things to everybody to be happy for relationships and friendships and stuff.
Cindy said, me and James used to be brother-in-law and sister-in-law. We kicked them out and we're still married after 32 years. Love it.
Perfect.
No.
RV Traveler, once you move in together, that is when you see the person for who they truly are. I would rather see my daughter live with someone for a few years before she actually marries them. And that is
it's true.
Me currently too. I probably will never marry again, but we live together. We get along. We're good.
Said the same thing. Me and Mal said the same thing. From the start, we're like, everything's great. We love the way things are, and I don't know what happened, but we got engaged and got married. But we were the same. We were totally against it, and we were together it was a 2-year engagement that we had, but the family, they were kind of telling us, why aren't you guys getting married? You're such a great couple. And then we actually started thinking about it because it wasn't a thought, because we knew how our past marriages were, and we weren't interested in it, but then we fell in love and we got married. And now look at us.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody on RV Traveling said, don't say never beyond beauty. Exactly. Oh,
that's
we have rings. Like, he got me a ring. He wears a ring. We both wear rings. We just aren't going to sign no papers. I'm still, I think I'm 5 years out now from my divorce. I'm still battling that stuff 5 years later. When you don't get married and there's no actual paper, you can just go your separate ways if you have to. I know that sounds bad, but
I like what Ryan said. Did you see her comment, BB? What she said about Kyle?
Oh, yeah. I didn't want a knight in shining armor. I wanted a biker on a Harley, my personal Harley riding teddy bear.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think with relationships too, we find out we're not always in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, Nellie says, Brian and I have been together for 21 years and we are not married.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
So,
Vegas is calling BB3.
No, if I get married again, if I ever was to get married again, my original plan for marriage, and this is what went wrong with the whole thing, I didn't follow the original plan. The original plan was to jump out of a plane. If I made it to the ground, I was supposed to get married. If I didn't, I wasn't supposed to get married. Well, I didn't follow through with my original plan the first time. If I ever were to do it again, I'd have to jump out of a plane.
Kay and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I waited till God placed it in my heart, especially after 3 failed marriages. I never thought I'd do it again, but here we are.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. So, BB, Never say never.
Never, yeah. Never say never.
I like Rhonda's bubble tooth.
I do too. That's cute.
Relationships and mostly failed relationships make you build walls, and finding the right person and other persons, and I don't just mean spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, friendships, anyone. It takes work, to let walls down, and to have true friendships and relationships. And
Well, I can say my dad has never liked any guy that I've been with. He's tolerated them, but he's never liked any of them. He loves Bulldog.
How
Bulldog
cool.
and him gang up on me. Bulldog goes out with my dad. I'm like, might like him more than me.
Well, that's just like Mel. My parents call him all the time. He's like, did your mom call you? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I talked to her today. I'm like, you talked to mom? They love him to death. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And Yoki said they got to want to spend time with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like in the RV, we have no problems being with each other. Even when we start traveling, I feel he's my best friend.
Yeah.
And we love spending as much time together as we can.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great traveling. We're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. That's what we figured out when we went from the big one down to the smaller one. We knew we could do it. We don't really need our own private space.
Yeah. You get that when you go to the bathroom.
There you go.
Yeah, you got about 20 minutes maybe.
Gina, I didn't want a knight in shining armor. I wanted the horse. Wait, that does not sound.
Yeah.
That's on a different show. No.
I know, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's for the late night show.
Shanna Kraft said, my mother-in-law had a wedding ceremony, but didn't have a marriage license a year after we lost her son. She lost her husband. That was a problem with probate, but it did work out in the end.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I think that's where having the relationship, where you actually do have the actual paperwork, I guess there are advantages to that as well.
Well, we have a lot. We have the other stuff all set up, like his things are to go to me, things are to go to him. In the event of something happening to me, he's going to make decisions. We have all that legal stuff signed. It's just we don't have a marriage license,
No.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Now, are you considered married in your state, BB? With the length of time you've been together? Is that considered? Yeah, common law.
I don't know if we have common law here, but with these 7 years here, I don't know that any of that is even. The court systems are a mess. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
All over. I think that's how it is.
Yeah.
And I like that, even like with you and Mel, and I think even with me and Mike, I think we started off more as good friends, and having that friendship and knowing that we had a good friendship, kind of before it went to that next level.
Yeah, I remember because, we were all bike riders. Mel had his Harley. My ex had his Harley. Our neighbor, we all used to go riding, and I remember when we met Mel, and Mel's a hugger. So he hugs everybody. I remembered when he hugged me, he took my breath away because he hugs hard. I was like, oh, like that. And I told my ex, he wasn't my ex at the time. I'm like, oh my God, you took my breath away.
Literally.
Literally, I know. And we talk about that still today. And of course, Mel's like, I didn't mean anything by that. I was just hugging you. I said, I know you weren't meaning anything. I just remember you taking my breath away. And we never knew that we would end up together, years down the road. But yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Rhonda's smiling about something down there.
RV traveling MIA researcher. That's what I told my daughter, Gina. I told her to take the horse. I was watching the show Cops. It's not called Cops anymore, but it's on YouTube. And there was a guy, and he had a therapy miniature horse. So and the cop had pulled over because the guy was just like walking along the side of the road with his horse, his little miniature horse. And the cop pulled over and was like, "So, what you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my therapy horse." It sleeps with him in his bed and everything. I was like, wow.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
A whole new level of horse.
Oh, man. You can't get on that horse. You'll like squat. Oh, that's funny.
Fordman, aka Kenneth Oak, says R Destinations is so quiet.
Funny.
It's all in her eyes.
Yeah. They give me away a lot.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. And I hate that, like with you having to dealing with what you're going through right now, Rhonda. I know that's definitely got to be a hard time because you've got a lot that's on your plate right now.
There's always an animal.
Yeah, it's showing me my strength.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's,
It's amazing how much you learn about yourself when you're down in the depths.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, it's not about you, and the situation that's going on. It's really about that person themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with you and you as a person. That's always important.
Well, obviously I did good because he can't stay away.
Yeah.
Again.
Woo! And you'll definitely find your person. There's always somebody there. I truly feel that too,
Yeah, when the time's right, it'll happen.
Exactly.
And when you're going through stuff like that and everything else, who's got time for all that now anyways, right?
Yeah, there may be 2, 3, 4. No. All I know.
No.
Right? So
Rhonda gets into a polyamorous relationship. She's got 4 husbands. She's running them all. She's like, go get my sweater.
That's the horses around the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
So I like this. Bob says, the light of personal knowledge shines brightest in a dark, lonely room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Very good.
Definitely.
I always tell people if I could make it through with 2 kids, no money, a guy that was harassing me and leaving poop on my porch, anybody can make it out of it, because I didn't have family supporting me either. I didn't it was me and my 2 kids. We were on our own. No vehicle, no nothing. Like the lowest of the low. And we came out of it. I learned so much about myself. I'm stronger for everything I went through. So I really think if I can make it out of it, anybody can make it out of it.
And I hate thinking about the poop, but I know we always do. I just don't know, was it his poop? Or was it
I don't know. I don't know where it came from. But I was like,
they sell that stuff on eBay where you can buy poop and have it delivered. That's crazy. With
I don't
a little
know.
message.
And he wouldn't like leave anything with it. It would just be all over the place. The scariest part was the concrete blocks because
Oh yeah.
I had to borrow people's cars to go to like doctor's appointments or take the kids places and stuff like that. So I'd have somebody else's car in my driveway. And luckily I would look before I back up and there'd be these big, huge concrete blocks behind my tires and stuff. And can you imagine if I had ran into that stuff in somebody else's car? So
yeah, that's nuts.
Notice when we do interviews of people in RVs, Phoebe always takes it to the toilet.
She does.
I did not ask
relationships and we're in poop.
I did not ask anybody about toilets today. I was not.
Straight to the poo.
I just went straight to the poo-poo.
I'm sorry, I had to take it there. It was something I noticed, and
somehow horses and poop came up. I don't know.
Don't get it, but I do know it's always a fun time with you ladies, and and with Rhonda, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't want Rhonda to know him with everything she's gone through, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us, we've all been through a lot, and you know.
Yeah. And we're here, Rhonda.
We're always here, so
definitely. Don't choke, Rhonda.
Over it, it's gonna be all right.
Call one of those four men you got lined up. Have them pat you on the back.
Yeah, we're just a phone call away. You know I'm here for you. So you need to do anything. Yeah.
And know we're all our own worst critic as well. So you know that.
Yeah.
Well, looking in the comment section and listening to us, talk about this, a lot of people over here have been through similar situations and have exes, and it's another thing that within this community we all kind of can connect and feel each other and understand it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Negativity out there, and and with having a good community, good family, and there's always going to be those few, but self-evaluate ourselves at time, and be kinder to yourself so you can be kinder to other people, and less criticizing, and lift others up. Let's spend our time doing that, and I think then we'll not have those exes.
And I happen to be in Texas, so exes.
Are all your exes in Texas?
No, actually. Thank God.
In California.
Gina, I want to know more about this coffee date at Walmart.
Ooh, yeah.
And yes.
She got a phone number today.
Ooh, do tell, Gina.
Yeah.
Do more. Definitely do. Maybe that.
Gary would be calling her for some free coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's too cool. But
I like watching people's journey, though. Like Rhonda, that's one of the things I like about you so much. I love your personality. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But watching your journey, too, and seeing you go from being so shy to talking a little bit to goofing around, all of it is a really cool journey to watch because you can see you gaining yourself back and your confidence and all that. I love it.
And I cried on her first live when Slow Mo came up, and I texted him. I said, Slow Mo, you need to go. Rhonda's going live. And that's when, and that was amazing witnessing that and you going through that, Rhonda, with him, and he cried with you.
That was a fun time. And that there is shows, just that relationship and happiness and the joy that was in your eyes that day.
Yeah. And look at you now.
Birds on camera and everything.
Yeah. You're over here doing, like, what was that? You were skiing. Was it skiing? And you were on a little pogo stick, and you were doing a little bit of this. You're doing everything.
Yeah.
So she's got digits.
Yeah, she got digits.
I like this is so true. Nothing beats the funny faces Rhonda makes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's hard for me to hide emotions.
It's okay. That's you. We love you. So definitely don't change you.
You can sit there and be so quiet on the campfire show and all that. You're just so quiet, and then all of a sudden your face does something, and I bust up laughing. I'm like, she didn't even got to say anything, and it's just funny.
I know.
Well, we're at about 10 minutes out, ladies, from the end of the show.
All right. All right, then.
That was pretty fun.
It was. It went by so fast.
Yeah. It went fast.
Rhonda, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. I know we had a blast. Definitely.
No.
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 Talk about it after the show.
Don't talk about that now, Rhonda. Wait till after the show, then we'll talk about that.
Okay. You know, so that's definitely one of them. But no, I definitely myself enjoyed watching Rhonda and her journeys myself too, especially when she first took off. Then we didn't hear from her for a while. I was like, Rhonda, where? Oh, she's
yeah.
And now look at her.
Life happens.
Yeah.
That's true. Rhonda, I just dropped her link in the chat, so go on over and connect with her because you want to. Trust me.
Oh yeah, then follow her journey as she's going, and things are just getting started.
Oh yeah,
are just getting started. And you know, I think through all of this, and like I said, everything we've been through, and some of the stuff you're going through now is love yourself. Love yourself and the beauty in you, because we see the beauty in you. And definitely we're here for you. And we've been through something or getting through it still. You know,
Yeah.
we've been through it, been criticized also, and hurt, but hey, we got to love ourselves.
yeah.
And look at each other and take care of each other. So we're here for you. So you know that. You always have a friend here and with us. So we love you, girl.
I love you guys too.
Thank you, Rhonda, for being
Thanks
here.
for joining us tonight, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drop you down now.
Yep. God, I really enjoyed having Rhonda here. She's truly an inspiration and a reminder to all of us, you know, of relationships, both through spouses, ex-spouses, friendships that we're having now, and just see her smile and glow. That's a great thing. That's definitely. And I appreciate my friendships with you ladies. That definitely means a lot with me, to me.
Same here. You know, I feel like we're family. I truly do. You know, we're so close, and we're all here for each other when we need each other. And I truly appreciate just having both of you in my life. You know, I can't imagine you not being here. So definitely.
And I can't imagine my life without you ladies in it. And there's so many people in this community that reach out. All there needs to be is somebody hears that somebody's in need, and the next thing you know, the whole community just wraps their arms around them. It really is a magical, beautiful thing. I can't express that enough. I can say it 1,000 times, but it really is amazing to watch.
And I like to extend that to everybody in the chatter box as well, because y'all are all awesome, and you come out here, you know, we hang out with each other and visit each other's channels and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just awesome. There's just so much positive stuff going on, and everybody's just a lot of it. And, you know, my thing is, and with the topic and it being, you know, in relationships, let's just continue to reach out, be there for each other. We all have so many different personalities, but we don't have to let our personalities be what divide us. You know, but
Oh, we'll hug you.
well, here, let's be objective, let's be understanding, give honest feedback with each other, address some discomforts. If anybody's having discomforts, share them. Let's put them out and let's discuss them. You know, it's okay to disagree and stuff, you know, but let's just show kindness with each other. And with that, I know I'm rattling on here, but I think you're all amazing, and we definitely appreciate all of you. Yes, love and big group hugs, everybody.
Yes.
I do have something to say about the whole disagree thing. I think it's important to remember you can disagree on something, but it doesn't mean you have to dislike each other, because everybody has their own opinions about different things and different subjects, and you don't have to try to change someone else's opinion about anything. You can just agree to disagree and go on and have an amazing friendship and not agree.
Perfect. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, if we all knew that before the exes, no.
I know. Definitely.
I still had an ex.
But, no, that's great. That's definitely great. So with that, Betty, do we want to let everybody know who our next guest is for next week?
Yes, our next guest is going to be Thrifty Angela.
Ooh.
We're excited.
Yes. And the topic's holidays, because, you know, we're wrapping up. We're in August now. So we're wrapping up as holidays are before us. And she is, like it says at the beginning of her name, Thrifty.
Thrifty
Angela. That there, I think I see her in the chat room.
Yeah.
I was just looking for the link. We actually already have a link up to next week's show. So if you want to hit the reminder, I'm going to try to share that here.
I think that's going to be a really fun time. And yeah. But those holidays are going to be here before we know it.
I know. We're already almost out of this month. Yeah.
All right. So the link I just shared is for next week's, and it's called Holidays with Special Guest Thrifty Angela. So if you want to click it and hit the reminder, it's always good to have.
That is the thing to do. So well, we are down to, I think, the last 2 minutes of the show. And I just want to thank everybody for being here and, you know, being you, for being you and coming here each week and hanging out with us ladies. And if you ever want to be a guest on the show or have a topic you want to talk about, hey, get in touch with us. Tell us what it is, because we would love to have you and talk about it with you and everybody else. So, you know.
See Rhonda down there in her box. She's making me laugh.
I can imagine them faces going on down there. That would be crazy. So
I just love her.
Linda Barker says that Thrifty Angela has her Christmas shopping done in August and wine for everyone.
Hey, that'll work.
Sounds like a party.
I'm going to bring my wine next week because But y'all, thank you, and thank you everybody in the chatterbox for all the participation that you do with us and just being part of our show and our future show. And I'm going to get it right this time because I'm not Mike. Mike is my better half. I'm Theresa. With Meant to Be RVing, and from both of us, we wish you all much peace and happiness and a good night.
I'm Beyond Beauty 3. With Beyond Beauty 3. Wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And I'm Nette with MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless, and we're sending love your way.
Good night.
Hi, everyone.